We know this isn't easy to say, but someone has to say it with kindness and with love. You might have a scent you don't notice, a scent that others do. And we say that not to embarrass you, but to set you free. Because we've been there too. We did the daily showers. We wore perfume. We thought we were doing everything right. But one day, someone leaned away during a hug, or wrinkled their nose just a little too quickly. And suddenly, we wondered, what's going on? That's when we spoke with a doctor, and what we learned made everything click. It's not about neglect. It's not about being unclean. It's about the way our bodies change as we age. Thinner skin, hormonal shifts, and subtle mistakes we don't even realize we're making. But here's the good news. These 6 silent hygiene mistakes are easy to fix. And once you know how you'll feel fresher, more confident, and more yourself again. So let's walk through this together. No shame, no judgment, just real solutions from women who've lived it. And before we begin, tell us in the comments, what's one small habit that helps you feel fresh every day? We'd love to learn from you too. 1. Wearing the same bra too long. Let's start with something simple. Something we didn't think mattered until it did. Wearing the same bra for too long. We know bras are a hassle. They're hard to find, hard to fit, and when you finally get one that feels just right, you want to wear it every day. We did too. But here's what no one ever told us. Even if you don't sweat, even if you just stay home reading or knitting or watching the birds, your skin is still shedding. Your body is still releasing oils. And yes, bacteria builds up right where the fabric hugs closest. A doctor explained it to us gently. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, drier, more absorbent. It clings to whatever touches it. And that favorite bra you wore 3 times this week without washing, it's holding on to more than just memories. We remember one moment clearly. One of us was hugging her granddaughter when the girl gave a soft little frown. She didn't say anything, bless her heart. But that look, it stayed with us. That's when we changed our routine. Now we rotate bras. We never wear the same one 2 days in a row because even the elastic needs a break. We wash them every 2 to 3 wears. And we switched to breathable cotton when we could because synthetic fabrics trap odor longer, even after a wash. It's not about doing more laundry. It's about reclaiming your confidence. You don't need to be remembered as the sweet grandma with the not-so-sweet scent. We deserve better. We are better. So if your bra drawer could use a refresh, start small. 2 or 3 comfy ones in rotation. Air dry when you can. And always, always choose softness, both for your skin and for your spirit. You'll feel fresher. You'll smell cleaner. And when someone leans in for a hug, you'll welcome it without a second thought. But here's the twist. We thought clean undergarments would fix it all. So when the smell lingered, we did what many women do. We reached for more perfume, and we had no idea we were making things worse. 2. Not exfoliating underarms. Let's talk about a spot we often overlook. Our underarms. We wash them. We use deodorant. We stay clean. At least we thought we did. But one day, one of us went to the dermatologist, not because of a rash, not because of pain, just a faint, lingering odor that wouldn't go away. We tried stronger soap. We switched deodorants. Still, by midday, something sour crept back in. The doctor said very calmly, "You're not exfoliating your underarms." We blinked. We'd never even heard of that. Turns out, deodorant, especially the long-lasting kind we love, doesn't fully wash off with soap and water. It builds up, mixes with dead skin cells, traps bacteria underneath the surface. Even if you shower daily, you might just be rinsing over a layer of grime. It was a revelation. We started using a soft exfoliating cloth just 2 or 3 times a week. Not a harsh scrub, nothing aggressive, just enough to gently loosen that buildup. The first time, we were shocked. The washcloth turned gray. That wasn't dirt from the day, it was layers from weeks of product buildup we didn't even know were there. And then something amazing happened. The smell faded. Our skin felt smoother. Deodorant worked better because it was touching skin, not old residue. But here's something else our doctor shared, something we'd never considered. Body odor isn't just a skin issue. Sometimes it's a signal from the inside out. A sharp or sour smell under the arms can actually point to a vitamin B5 deficiency, also called pantothenic acid. This vitamin plays a big role in helping the body break down fats and detox through the liver. When your levels are low, the detox process slows, and those byproducts, they can come out through your sweat, especially under your arms. That's why odor can linger even when you're doing everything right on the outside. So now, along with exfoliating gently, we've added a small B-complex supplement into our routine. We also drink warm lemon water in the morning to support liver function naturally. And we stay mindful of processed foods, which can burden the body's detox system even more. It's not about being perfect. It's about listening to the small signals our bodies give us, like a whisper under the arm. You don't need to live with shame. You just need a little knowledge and a lot of care. Because real freshness doesn't come from a spray, it starts from within. It's not about being perfect. It's about listening to the small signals our bodies give us, like a whisper under the arm. You don't need to live with shame. You just need a little knowledge and a lot of care. Because real freshness doesn't come from a spray, it starts from within. And here's the best part. When you support your liver and replenish your B vitamins, especially B5, you won't have to worry about unexpected body odor sneaking up on you anymore. So yes, wash gently, exfoliate a little, and from now on, don't be afraid of adding a clean, balanced B-complex vitamin into your daily care. Your body will thank you, your underarms will smell better, and you will feel like yourself again. Now let's move on, because we've got more silent mistakes to uncover. And the next one? It starts right at your feet. 3. Ignoring your shoes. Now let's look down at something that quietly follows us everywhere. Our shoes. We don't think about them much. They're just there doing their job. Comfortable, familiar, maybe a little worn in, maybe a little stained, but still good enough to wear, right? That's what we thought too. Until one of us noticed a strange smell near the front door. She blamed the grandkids, then the dog. But no, it was the shoes, not the soles, the insides. And here's the thing. As we age, our feet change. We sweat differently. Some of us take medications that affect circulation. Others have mild neuropathy or slower lymphatic drainage. All of that leads to more moisture trapped in the feet. And where there's moisture, there's bacteria. And bacteria loves the dark, warm, enclosed space of a shoe. You've heard the term foot fungus, right? Well, odor-causing bacteria thrive in similar conditions. When left unchecked, even clean feet can smell bad because the shoes themselves become reservoirs for odor. And guess what? Our skin's natural microbiome, the balance of good and bad bacteria, becomes more fragile with age. So once odor sets in, it lingers longer. The worst part, our sense of smell dulls with age, so we might not even notice. But others will. A podiatrist we trust said this gently. If your shoes aren't getting fresh air, they're getting funky. So we started a simple routine. First, we gave our shoes time to breathe. No more wearing the same pair every day. We rotate between at least 2 or 3, and we air them out in the sun. Sunlight is a natural disinfectant. Second, we added a sprinkle of baking soda inside overnight. It absorbs odor and moisture like a charm. Third, we wash the insoles. Most orthopedic shoes have removable soles. A gentle hand wash with warm water and soap does wonders. And here's a trick we love: dry black tea bags. Stick them inside your shoes overnight. They draw out odor naturally, and they're a lot cheaper than fancy sprays. We also started wearing thin cotton footies, even with slip-ons. Just that little barrier helps keep the lining dry and odor-free. And here's the best prevention tip. If you wear them today, let them rest tomorrow. It's like changing your underwear. You wouldn't wear the same pair 2 days in a row, right? Same goes for shoes. Let them breathe. Let them dry. It's not about being fussy. It's about feeling comfortable and confident, literally from the ground up. Because let's face it, sometimes the old person smell isn't from the body, it's from the shoes. Take 5 minutes a week to show your shoes a little love. They've carried you through a lifetime. Now it's time to return the favor. 4. Overusing perfume. Let's talk about something elegant. Something many of us love maybe a little too much. Perfume. For decades, it was our signature. That little spritz on the neck before heading out, a dab behind the ears. It made us feel polished, put together, and somehow ourselves. One of us wore Chanel No. 5. Another swore by white linen. And we loved that tiny bottle sitting on the dresser glass, gold, maybe a satin bow. It was part of who we were. But then, something changed. One day, the scent didn't sit right. It didn't feel light or floral anymore. It felt heavy, sharp, even sour. And when someone hugged us with watery eyes or gave us that polite little cough, we realized it wasn't the perfume, it was too much perfume. So we talked to a doctor, and what she told us made so much sense. As we age, our skin chemistry changes due to menopause, medications, hydration levels, even what we eat. That shift alters how fragrance interacts with our skin. Something that smelled beautiful in our 40s can turn bitter in our 70s. And here's the other thing. Our sense of smell becomes less sharp, so we keep spraying thinking it's not enough. But for everyone else, it's more than enough. It's overpowering. And when you layer perfume over mild body odor, like from clothes, scalp, or underarms, it doesn't cancel the smell. It mixes with it. Now here's what surprised us most. Even if the perfume smells wonderful right after you spray it, give it 20 minutes. As your body warms up and sweat begins to mix in, that nice scent can turn into something murky, even sour. It's not about hygiene, it's just chemistry. And with age, the reaction gets stronger. One doctor said it like this: it's like adding roses to leftover soup. You don't get roses, you get soup that smells confusing. That was all we needed to hear. Now, we use a light, alcohol-free body mist only on special days. We focus more on staying clean than covering anything up. And we keep a little pack of unscented baby wipes, not for babies, just for us. A quick freshen up after errands or in warm weather can go a long way. Because here's what we've learned. Clean smells better than anything in a bottle. Fresh skin, fresh clothes, fresh breath. That's the real luxury. So yes, you can still have your scent, but let it be gentle, let it be occasional, and let it complement you, not compete with you. And now, before we move on, we'd love to hear from you. What scent reminds you most of your youth? A perfume, a flower, maybe the smell of a warm kitchen? Share it in the comments. We'll be reading every single one. 5. Not washing hair accessories. Now let's move a little higher, to something small, soft, and often forgotten: hair accessories. Your brush, your comb, that velvet scrunchie you love, or the plastic clip you grab every morning without thinking. We didn't pay them much attention either, because we thought, well, I wash my hair. That's enough, right? But here's what we learned the hard way. Every time you use an unwashed brush or a months-old scrunchie, you're not just styling your hair. You're putting old oils, dust, and product buildup right back onto your clean scalp. One of us had this beautiful burgundy scrunchie bought on a trip to Italy. Soft, elegant, wore it nearly every day. And then, the itching started. Just a light tickle at first. Then her scalp began to feel greasy faster, and her pillow, no matter how clean, started to smell off. She thought it was her shampoo, thought maybe her hormones were acting up again, until one day, out of curiosity, she sniffed that scrunchie and nearly dropped it. It smelled like old perfume, hairspray, and if we're honest, a little bit of sweat. That's when everything clicked. We forget that our scalp, like the rest of our skin, sheds cells every day. It produces oil, and it absorbs product. So when we keep reusing unwashed accessories, they become little carriers of bacteria, oil, and even mold. A dermatologist told us this: think of your hairbrush like your toothbrush. Would you use it for months without washing it? We didn't like that image, but it stuck. So here's what we do now. We remove hair from our brushes weekly. Once a week, we soak them in warm water with shampoo and a little baking soda. We scrub the base gently with an old toothbrush, then rinse and let them dry completely. As for fabric bands, clips, and headbands, into a little mesh laundry bag they go right in with the delicates. We wash them every week like socks. It takes 5 minutes, and it's made a world of difference. No more itchy scalp, no more sour smell on pillowcases. And our hair? It stays fresh longer, because the tools touching it are finally clean. 6. Sleeping in worn pajamas and sheets. Let's end the day right where we started, in bed. Now we know, you're probably thinking, I'm clean when I go to sleep. I don't need to change pajamas that often. We used to say the same, especially if we weren't sweating, especially if we lived alone, especially if the sheets still felt fresh to the touch. But one night, one of us had an old friend visit from out of town. She stayed the night in the guest room. The next morning, over coffee, she asked gently, "Do you ever wash your pillowcases more than once a month?" That question sat with us, and when we leaned in to smell our own nightgown, really smell it, we realized something. It wasn't fresh. It was familiar but musty, faintly sour. the scent of skin oils, night sweat, and time. Because here's what we forget. Even in sleep, our bodies are alive. We sweat, we shed skin, we drool a little. Yes, we all do. And we spend 6 to 8 hours rolling around in the same spot, night after night. Doctors say that your bed is the largest surface your body touches every day. And when you don't clean it regularly, it becomes a soft sponge of bacteria, oils, and old skin. Especially if you're wearing the same pajamas 4, 5, 6 nights in a row. And we get it, doing laundry is harder than it used to be. But here's what helped us. We keep 2 full sets of sheets in rotation, one in the wash, one on the bed. We wash our sheets once a week like clockwork. And pajamas, every 2 to 3 wears, especially in summer. We also invested in a few extra nightgowns, soft, breathable, easy to fold. Now, when we change out of our day clothes, it feels like a little act of love slipping into something truly clean. And the difference? We sleep better. Our skin feels better. Our pillows don't smell, and we wake up feeling fresh instead of vaguely sticky or sour. So if you've been stretching it out, no judgment, just a reminder. Your bed is your recharge station. Keep it clean, and it'll take better care of you. And the difference? We sleep better. Our skin feels better. Our pillows don't smell, and we wake up feeling fresh instead of vaguely sticky or sour. But here's something we didn't expect. That freshness, it didn't stay in the sheets. It followed us into the day. We found ourselves moving more easily, smiling a little more, even feeling more open to connection, to joy, to surprise. It's like something shifted just from wearing clean pajamas and slipping into a crisp bed. So now, we treat it like a quiet ritual. Every Sunday, we change our sheets and pick a fresh pair of nightwear, a soft cotton gown, a cheerful color, something that makes us feel lovely, even if no one else sees it. Because when you sleep in freshness, you wake up with it too. And here's our gentle nudge. Try it this week. Change your sleepwear a little more often. Let your bed be a place of renewal. Let clean fabric hold you like a hug you didn't know you needed. Because when you bring in clean energy, you make space for beautiful things to find you. Fresh sheets, fresh skin, fresh start. 7. Your new fresh plan. By now, maybe you're nodding, smiling a little, or quietly thinking, oh, I've done that too. We have. Every single one of these 6 silent mistakes, we've made them. But here's the thing. We didn't need to overhaul our whole lives. We didn't need to feel embarrassed. We just needed a little plan. A gentle one that fit our pace, our bodies, our homes. So we created what we now call the Fresh Plan. It's not a to-do list. It's not a set of rules. It's a rhythm, and it sounds something like this. Rotate your bras every other day. Wash them after 2 to 3 wears. Choose soft, breathable fabrics that love your skin back. Gently exfoliate your underarms twice a week. Nothing harsh, just warm water and a washcloth. And remember, if body odor still lingers, it may be a deeper sign. Talk to your doctor about vitamin B5 and liver support. Sometimes, restoring those internal systems can rebalance the way your sweat smells. Let your shoes rest. If you wear them today, let them breathe tomorrow. Use baking soda, wash your insoles, and always wear socks or footies even indoors. Use perfume sparingly. Choose light, alcohol-free scents. Let clean skin be your main fragrance. Carry wipes. Stay fresh in the ways that count. Clean your brushes, combs, and scrunchies weekly. They're tools, and tools need care. A mesh laundry bag can be your new best friend. Refresh your sleep. Wash your sheets weekly. Change pajamas every 2 to 3 nights. Let your bed become a soft, sacred place where tomorrow begins. And don't forget, freshness also comes from the inside out. Hydrate, eat simply, and consider nutrient support vitamins, minerals, or liver-friendly herbs, but always under the guidance of a trusted physician. Because when your body is nourished, your sweat becomes cleaner, lighter, less noticeable. Your whole system breathes better. None of this is about perfection. It's about intention. And when you live with intention, even in small ways, you feel more alive. You'll notice something too. When your body feels clean, your thoughts feel clearer. You carry yourself differently. You smile more. People lean in. And the world around you, it begins to feel a little more welcoming. So here's our invitation to you. Try changing just one habit this week. Start small. Stick with it. Let that tiny shift be your welcome mat for all the good things still making their way to you. Because freshness isn't just a scent, it's a state of being. And you deserve to live in it fully. If you've stayed with us this far, we want to say thank you. Truly. We know your time is precious, and the fact that you chose to spend it here with us means more than we can say. This wasn't about scaring anyone or pointing fingers. It was about shedding a little light on things no one talks about, but we all go through. Because aging isn't something to hide. It's something to hold with grace, with care, and yes, with a little humor too. These small hygiene mistakes, they're not signs of failure. They're just signs of life, of change, of being human. And the beautiful thing is, you have the power to shift them with intention, with love, and with support from a community that understands. So here's our final invitation. Take a breath, look back over the 6 silent mistakes, and choose just one to focus on this week. Then tell us in the comments below, which one are you starting with? Type the number 1, bra rotation, 2, underarm exfoliation, 3, shoe hygiene, 4, perfume reset, 5, hair accessory wash, 6, sleepwear and sheets. There's no wrong answer, only fresh beginnings. And while you're at it, if this video helped you feel seen, heard, or inspired, tap that like button, subscribe to our channel, and join us again next week for more gentle, joyful ways to care for the season you're in. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are still becoming. And we're honored to walk this path with you. See you in the next video.